when something makes you feel a certain way, you really can't explain it, and that's how I feel about the Sony Airpeak. What is good, YouTube? My name is Lamar Griffin. In this video, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth about owning the Sony Airpeak and what it's like from someone who bought it and is using it, and what my feelings are right now. Let's get into it. All right, so that video that you guys just saw is probably the best footage that I have from my Sony Airpeak, which is in the box right now behind me, about to go back to Sony. Let me be very clear on my intentions and the reason why I'm making this video for you guys on YouTube, and more so for myself. I just got done reading Gary Vaynerchuk's new book, 12 and a Half, and it really has me thinking about accountability. If you're watching this video and you're thinking I'm gonna say something negative about the Sony Airpeak, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's fun.
Let me shut the aircraft down, baby. Make sure the aircraft is completely turned off. Was that fun, baby?
Yeah.
Sony doesn't pay me. Sony doesn't sponsor me. I don't think anyone big at Sony knows who I am. I believe in the Airpeak because I like Sony cameras. I have the Sony A1, you guys. If you guys new to my channel, I do a lot of different things with the Sony A1. I used to have the Sony A7S III, the Sony A9. I've worked really hard to be able to afford Sony cameras and lenses, and I use this as a business. I'm a professional hybrid shooter. I do photo and video at the highest level that I can do for my clients. When I heard about the Sony Airpeak, it seriously it excited me. My first thing that I thought to myself was, this is gonna be expensive, and two, if Sony gets this right, which they usually do, this is gonna be incredible. For me, for my business, for my clients, and just for the growth of, just being able to have something like this device, this aircraft, and I still feel that way. Retractable landing gear, got my obstacle avoidance sensors, battery lock, cameras on the side. I'm sending my Airpeak in to Sony right now. I'm a Sony Pro support member just to make sure everything is okay with my drone. I had a little hiccup that scared me a little bit. And when you're flying something like the Sony Airpeak with a Gremsy gimbal, with the FX3 or Sony A1 or A7 IV, I'm gonna test the A7 IV out when I get my drone back. You want to be sure that everything is safe, everything is okay. You want to do your due diligence as a drone operator. I'm a licensed drone pilot, so what happened, I didn't feel comfortable with what happened with my drone, so I reached out to Sony. We talked back and forth. I'm sending my drone in. I'm sending it to LA. Sony's going to check it out. They're going to send it back to me. That's one of the perks of being a Sony Pro support member. Again, this video isn't sponsored by Sony. You guys see my channel. I don't even have enough subscribers for anyone to even know I exist, but I do create high quality content for my clients, and I think the Airpeak can help me tap into a new level of creativity that I just myself personally that I haven't had. So before I let you guys go, I'm gonna post a video that I made for my Patreon group. Again, this YouTube video, I didn't know how to put it out because again, I want the Airpeak experience and things that I say about the aircraft to be positive because I see the potential in the aircraft. Is it perfect? No, but nothing's perfect and no one's perfect. I think the Sony Airpeak still can be something that is genuinely a revolutionary product, and that is why I spent my very, very, very hard-earned money to buy this thing. But let's just be clear on YouTube. My wife, I'm on a clock. I need to show that this thing has value and that I can use it for my business and to make better stories. I'm a documentary filmmaker. We do real estate work. So having the Airpeak it's really a calculated risk for me, but I do truly believe in what I can create with the Airpeak, if that makes sense. Peter McKinnon, Gary Vaynerchuk, Sean, there's just a lot of people that I watch that when something makes you feel a certain way, you really can't explain it, and that's how I feel about the Sony Airpeak. Good and bad. It's very scary not knowing, there's not a lot of information out about the Airpeak. There's no instructional tutorial videos showing me how to work the drone. And you guys have heard me say it on record that I am terrible at balancing gimbals. So having a Gremsy gimbal and having, I have the DJI Ronin RS2, which I've learned how to balance. I love balancing that. So now trying to learn how to balance a new gimbal that's gonna be flying in the air on a drone with my camera that I paid my hard-earned money for. That's a lot to take in. But again, going back to that Gary Vaynerchuk book, it's all about accountability. If it's my fault and I'm doing something wrong, I got to take ownership of that. And I think all the press about the Sony Airpeak has just been people complaining and bashing it and talking about the battery life and saying just negative stuff, which, the battery life is what it is. But for me, I see it as, when I fly up with this drone, I want to have everything planned out. I want to know the shots that I'm going to get. I want to get up, get down, be safe, get what my client needs, and then I'm out. Simple as that. I really think the Airpeak can be something great. So I hope you guys enjoyed that short video. I made that for my Patreon community. I want to share it on YouTube as well, just because I think that it could give you just a little glimpse of some Airpeak footage that isn't, standard footage. If you don't like the 4K 120 thing, in my mind, I just really wanted to see what it looked like for that test flight. I've only done 3 test flights with my Sony Airpeak since I've had the aircraft. I've only had it for a total of, I think, 9 days now. So as soon as I get done recording this video, I'm headed to FedEx. The drone is going back to Sony Pro Support so they can check everything out. Drone's headed to LA. But I want to be clear, especially, again, Gary Vaynerchuk's book really has me thinking out loud and just saying things, and it's just really a good book. You guys should read it, by Gary V. Gary, if you see this, what up? Shout out to D-Rock as well. Accountability. I'm sending Sony this drone back, not because it's broke or there's this huge outlying problem. It's just, I couldn't figure something out that I tried extremely hard to figure out. And I don't want to risk it being my fault that something goes wrong with a device like this. So Sony Pro Support has told me that I can send it into them. They're going to check it out. And it could be user error. That's the accountability. This shit could be my fault. And if it is, I'll tell you guys in my next YouTube video. But if it isn't, Sony's going to check it out. We're going to get everything tightened up, and I'm going to get this thing in the air and show you guys what it can do. Hopefully, that is the experience that I'm going to have. And I really want to bring some Airpeak footage to you guys that I'm really proud to show you. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be about the Sony a7 IV, which I'm filming on right now, and using it as a hybrid professional for photo and video work, especially someone like me who has the A1. I'm going to talk about my experience with the a7 IV compared to using it alongside the A1, and kind of some of the similarities I see, and also some of the pros and cons. Appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. If you like this video, please smash that like button. If you got any questions about the Airpeak, hopefully I can answer them. But again, positive vibes around here, accountability. If it's my fault, it's on me. If it's not, we're gonna get it fixed and go get it right. Peace.